Hello, student. Welcome once again on our online learning classes of Nagarjuna Public School. Right, Standard 7th, lesson number 3, fiber to fabric. We are going to understand. Dear student, as you know that in our previous class, you have learnt about different types of fibers obtained from plants. Right, different types of fibers obtained from are called what cotton is there, then jute is there. Okay, and some animal fibers also we have learned like wool is there and silk. So you learnt about different types of fibers obtained from plants. You also learnt how cotton and jute these are obtained from woven to get clothes. Recall those all things. Right. After recalling, you will come to know that plant fiber, animal fibers, and synthetic fibers. We have learnt about the plant fiber, animal fibers, and synthetic fibers. Right. Synthetic fibers are made up of chemicals. Look at this. Polyester is synthetic fiber. Rayon is there. Right. Rayon is semi-synthetic fiber. Silk is there, and wool, hemp and flax, different types of fibers are there, and how these fibers can convert into a fine fabric that we can wear in our party, marriage, and any other functions. So fibers obtained from plants are called plant fibers. For example, cotton, jute, flax, and hemp are there. And fibers obtained from animals are called animal fibers. For example, wool and silk is there, right? So fiber manufactured in industries by humans are called synthetic. That is nothing but artificial fiber. Synthetic is nothing but artificial. They are man-made and made by with the help of chemical. We all wear clothes to protect ourselves from heat, cold, dust, rain, and insect. Okay, as you know that what is the importance of cloth? Cloth makes us look beautiful, right? That's the reason we wear different kinds of clothes according to the function. In school we are wearing uniform, but if any function is there at our home, then we are going for traditional clothes. See to your mother and your ladies at your home, they are wearing silk saris, right? Silk dress, silk saris, silk kurta. So these are different clothes, they make us look beautiful, they make us look beautiful, but beside that they also protect us from heat, cold, dust, rain, and insect. So in this chapter you will learn about how fibers such as wool and silk are obtained from animals. Okay, so the detailed process regarding the wool, the detailed process regarding the wool, how wool is obtained from animals. As you know that wool, okay, wool is obtained from sheep and goat. But actually, do you know what is meant by wool? Wool is a fibrous protein. Wool is nothing but a fibrous protein obtained from specialized skin cells called follicles. What they are called? Follicles. What they are called? Follicles. They are called follicles. Now, wool sweater. As you have experienced that during winter season we wear woolen clothes. Our sweater is made up of woolen clothes, woolen fiber. But actually, what is wool? Wool is nothing but hair of sheep or goat. So, different kinds of animals from which we are obtaining their hairs, that is nothing but fleece, which is called wool, that we are going to understand. Okay, so let's go for the animal those who are giving us wool. ऐसे कौन से एनिमल्स है जो हमको wool देते हैं? Look at this. See here, goat is there, right? Goat is there, llama is there, then angora goat, alpaca goat, camel, and yak. So different animals they give us wool. Our sweater is made up of different wools of obtained from different animals, and there are specialized breeds are available for gathering or collecting wool. Their special names of the breed are, Siri, Bakarwal, right? Bakarwal, the state in which these kind of sheep found, they are Jammu and Kashmir. And for what purpose their wools are used? For woolen shawl. See, Bakarwal is found in Jammu and Kashmir, and their wool is very useful for woolen shawls, to make woolen shawls. Then Lohi is also one kind of breed. Lohi. Lohi is found in Punjab and Rajasthan. Lohi is found in Punjab and Rajasthan. It is giving us good quality wool for sweater. Whatever the sweaters are there, small sweater, big sweater, these all sweaters are obtained from the fleece of Lohi. Then Marwari is there, which is found in Gujarat. Coarse wool, which is not that much fine, they are called coarse wool. Then Nali is there. This Nali is in Punjab and Haryana as well as Rajasthan. In 3 states, such kind of breed is available. They are used, their sheep, their fleece are used for carpet wool. Carpet wool, as you know, that carpet which we use during functions in our hall. Then Patanwadi, it is also found in Gujarat. And for hosiery, whatever the inner wears are there, this is called hosiery, Patanwadi breed. And Rampur Busher. What? A Rampur Busher is found in Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, and its wool is also used for making carpet. So different breeds are available, right? In India, different breeds of sheep are found in various parts of the country. A few breeds of sheep found in India mentioned. See what I told you now, these are found in India. But at the same time, see here some animals, right? Llama is there, then alpaca, which is from other countries, right? They are also giving us, they are also producing wool. They are also producing wool, and that wool is converted into woolen clothes. Even camel's wool is also used. Then yak, as you know that yak is living in a cold area, so cold area animal, they are having lot of fur on their body, and this fur is nothing but wool. That is wool yielding animals. Some examples of wool yielding animals I gave you now. So see here, although sheep is a major source of wool, wool is also obtained from goats and yak hair. Angora wool is obtained from Angora goats found in hilly areas. See, Angora, here it is found in hilly areas. It's found in hilly areas. So such kind of wool is obtained from different breeds, right? So now we will go for the production of wool from sheep. The production of wool, how? As we know that wool is obtained from the fleece of animals like goat, sheep's body. But some wools, they are very fine. They are very fine and they are used for shawls. As you know that Kashmiri goat are fine and soft. They woven into fine shawls called pashmina. Pashmina shawl, which is also obtained from the fur, that is nothing but hair of the camels. In South America, wool is obtained from llama and alpaca. Llama and alpaca, they are found in South America. Okay, so sheep, as sheep is directly not producing such good quality wool, then what are the processes that we have to perform to obtain a very fine wool? A very fine wool, their hairs are dusty, and what germs are attached to them, and some dust particles, grease like structure is also attached to their body. So we have to understand what are the different processes from which we can get the wool. Okay, see here what has given. We wear sweater in winter to protect ourselves from cold. Wool is fiber obtained from animals such as sheep, goat, yak, lamb. Animals from which we get wool bear a thick coat of hair on their bodies. Can you tell why these animals have a thick coat of hair on their bodies? Look at these animals. Okay, look at these animals. You will come to know that in our Fourth standard, fourth lesson, again we are going to understand regarding one of the important part, that is air is a bad conductor of electricity and heat. Air is a bad conductor of heat. So these animals, they live in a very cold area, and if they have fur on their body, so what happen, between their hairs, that is nothing but fur, the air gets trapped, and that air is not allowing body's heat to escape out, right? And as a result, air is a bad conductor of heat, so heat will remain inside the body, remains there, and they keep their body warm, they keep their body warm. So natural protection, right? That is natural sweater. Our sweater is also doing the same work. When we wear sweater, actually this sweater is nothing but wool, which is not allowing body's heat to escape out, and as a result we feel very warm, we feel very warm. So now we will understand that what are the processes which are done to obtain wool from the sheep. So first of all, look at this diagram, you will come to know that cutting is going on. What's cutting is going on? The With the help of machine, we are removing, with the help of machine, they are removing the hairs of sheep, the hairs of sheep. This is called shearing. What it is called? Shearing. See here, what is the definition? You can also underline in your textbook, right? So removing the thin uppermost layer of skin is shaved off. This process is called shearing. Shearing of sheep of for wool is done mainly in early summer. अब ये क्यों करते हैं? अर्ली समर में करते हैं क्योंकि आपको मालूम है, बिकॉज ड्यूरिंग समर लॉट ऑफ स्वेटनिंग इज देयर. सो टू अवॉइड दिस लॉट ऑफ स्वेटनिंग, बिफोर समर ओनली दे आर डूइंग दिस shearing. This process is called shearing. Shearing of sheep for wool is done mainly in early summer. This enables sheep, so without protecting coat of hair, this thin uppermost layer of skin that is shaved off is dead. अब क्या होता है कि ये निकालते समय they do not get any kind of harm there. They do not get any kind of harm, right? Any kind of harm is not done to them, because it is, we also feel that whenever cutting is going on, our hairs, when we are cutting, then we do not feel any kind of pain. In the same manner, when we cut our nails, then also we do not get any kind of pain. Okay, so see here the difference between fleece and hair. Fleece, thick covering of wool on sheep used to make a piece of clothing, is nothing but fleece. But hair, the mass of thin thread like structure that grows out of the skin, is called hair. Some are basic differences are there. Now after shearing, what is the next process is there? See, next process is scoring. What is next process? Scoring का मतलब क्या होता है? What is the meaning of scoring? See, जो स्किन हमने निकाली, जो हेयर्स, जो फ्लीस हमने निकाले वाले हैं, these hairs, they are dirty, they are having lot of dust and soil particles stuck to them, then we have to remove it. Okay, so to remove it, the sheared skin with thick coat of hair is then washed, right? That should be washed thoroughly. In tanks or in machine. Look at this, how these fleece, they are getting cleaned, right? They are thoroughly washed in tanks to remove grease, dirt and dust. This process is called scoring. What is the process? Is called scoring. The scoring means the sheared skin with thick coat of hair is then washed thoroughly in tanks to remove grease, dirt and dust. This is called scoring. Earlier scoring was done in tanks, but nowadays it is done in machines. So it depends on that person. If it is having lot of money, or he is rich, or he is having factory, then it is done in the factory. But if it is doing at manually, then it should be washed in a scoring tank. Okay, scoring tanks. Then scoring is done, shearing is done. So what is the next step? Now next step is that after scoring here are graded and sorted. देखो फिर उसको क्या करना पड़ेगा, वॉट एवर द क्वालिटी ऑफ फ्लीस इज अवेलेबल नाउ वी हैव टू सॉर्ट देम. Last year in lesson number 4 we have learned that sorting materials into group, right? In the same manner we have to sort, यानी सेपरेट करना पड़ेगा, राइट? व्हाट काइंड ऑफ सेपरेशन इज देयर? लॉन्ग हेयर, लॉन्ग फ्लीस एंड शॉर्ट size, long size and short size. At the same times again some burrs are there, right? These burrs means which are not long thread, small thread like fleece. So after scoring here are graded and sorted. In factories here of different textures are separated. Different textures means whether they are coarse or fine, separation will be done on the basis of that. Then after sorting the small soft fluffy fibers called burrs, एक छोटे छोटे fluffy fibers होते हैं, उनको भी निकालना बहुत ज़रूरी होता है, right? Why we have to separate out? Listen carefully, because when we are making them separate, so whatever the long fleece is available, with the help of long this fleece or wool we can convert them into shawls or sweaters. And if the burrs are there of short fleece is available, then with the help of this short and small burrs we can make hosiery or small sweaters of kids. Means they are not allowing to waste any kind of fleece, whether it is short or long, whether it is fine or coarse. Okay, so the small soft fluffy fibers called fuzz are separated from here. The remaining fibers are then स्कोर्ड एंड ड्राइड. देखो फिर रिमेनिंग फाइबर जो होते हैं उसको क्या करना पड़ता है, स्कोर्ड एंड ड्राइंग. ड्राइंग का मतलब क्या होता है, वी हैव टू गिव डिफरेंट कलर. आफ्टर ड्राइंग वी हैव टू गिव देम डिफरेंट कलर. सी हियर द रिमेनिंग फाइबर्स आर स्कोर्ड एंड ड्राइड. उसको अच्छी तरीके से सुखा देते हैं, राइट? दे आर मेकिंग इट टू ड्राई. देन नेक्स्ट इज the fleece of goat and sheep is white. Generally they are in white in color, but depends on again types of breed. Some are having brown also, some are having gray also. But whenever you see sweater, you see that they are very colorful. They are given vibrant color, attractive color, so that we are just going and purchasing it. Okay, so how do they color it? That process is called dyeing, right? They dyed fibers and passed through a metal teeth to straighten them. देखो अभी ये जो डाइड फाइबर्स होते हैं जिनको completely डाई किए वाला है, उसको क्या करते हैं, कार्डिंग करते हैं. what they are carding? to stretch them. see here in this figure you can understand that how they are carding. this is done with the help of machine, right? This is done with the help of machine. Big machine is there. Now the fleece of goat sheep is white in color, brown or gray colors. At this stage it is dyed in desired color. desired color यानी हमको जो कलर चाहिए वो कलर उसको हम देते हैं. They dyed our fibers, then passed through a metal teeth to straighten, right? To straighten them. This process is called carding. what is this process? carding. they are further combed. फिर उनको फिर से combing करते हैं and rolled into yarn. then they are converted into yarn, right? long yarn में convert करते हैं to make the sweater. so they are further combed and rolled into yarn. threads of wool are formed by spinning. as you know that what is meant by spinning? spinning is a process by which we can make a long yarn, right? 2 spinning 2 3 or 4 strands of wool together as per the requirement. कितना strong चाहिए, 1 color 2 color 3 color, they are making combination. the longer fibers of wool are used to make sweater. just now I said longer fibers are used to make sweater. the shorter fibers are used to spin and weave woolen clothes. जो छोटे होते हैं उनको woolen clothes में convert करते हैं. this is the process by which they are doing rolling fibers into yarn. देखो this is the machine, how they are rolling it on the machines. they are doing this rolling fibers into yarn. then simple questions are there. Which part of the sheep has wool? As you know that what is that part is called, that part is hairs, that is fleece. Apart from sheep, hair of the other animals are processed to yield wool. कौन से है? Camel है, yak है. Okay, then what are the two types of hair that are fleece of the sheep? Two types of hair कौन से है? What two types? These are small and long fleece are there. They are gray color, they are white color or brown colors also, right? Then after doing this process, right, after doing this process, these are converted into sweaters and shawls. So pashmina shawl, right, is very famous. Pashmina shawl is very famous, and this pashmina shawl is famous because of its quality, because of its quality is very good, and that the reason it is very costly also. It is very costly also. They are found, they are woven into fine shawls, right? These fine and soft fleece, and they are available in Jammu Kashmir. They found in Jammu and Kashmir, right? Then see here, whatever the processes are there, just once again we will revise. जो sheep होती है, अब sheep select करना भी बहुत important part होता है. Which kind of sheep should be selected, right? Which kind of sheep should be selected? This is what one of the important part, because rearing, as you know that rearing means what? Rearing sheep, the person who is having lot of sheep and goat with them, they are what? Rearing the sheep or goat. So for what purpose he is rearing? For obtaining wool, for obtaining wool, that is nothing but fleece. But sometimes what happen, the desired wool means whenever we want a new young one from that pair of sheep, so during that time we have to select a sheep which our desired quality. For example, if the sheep is having good fine soft fleece, right, mother and father both are having good fine quality fleece, then their young one, their offspring, right, their offspring must possess such quality wool on their bodies. So for that they have to select it. The process in which parents are selectively chosen in order to obtain certain special features, right, in their offspring is called selective breeding. Student, this definition is very important. You should underline in textbook and write it 5 times and learn it. So what is that? Look at this. The process in which parents are selectively chosen in order to obtain certain special features. What are those certain special features? They are good quality fleece, right, fine and soft fleece. सो दी स्पेशल फीचर्स इन देयर ऑफस्प्रिंग, यानी उनके यंग वन, ऑफस्प्रिंग का मतलब क्या होता है? उनके यंग वन इज कॉल्ड सेलेक्टिव ब्रीडिंग. सर्टेन ब्रीड्स ऑफ शीप्स हैविंग थिक कोट ऑफ हेयर ऑन देयर बॉडीज यील्ड गुड क्वालिटी वुल इन अ लार्ज क्वांटिटीज. देखो अभी समझ में आया कि क्या होता है कि व्हेन दे आर डूइंग सच सेलेक्टिवली ब्रीडिंग, then whatever the young one is there, that young one is having thick coat of hair on their bodies, yield good quality wool in a large quantity. Such breeds of sheep are also selectively bred with one parent being a sheep of good breed. दोनों में से एक तो भी अच्छा होना चाहिए या दोनों भी अच्छे होने चाहिए, right? So see here, the major commercial producers of wool in the world are, देखो this is also important, who are the major countries leading in the production of this wool? They are Australia, China and New Zealand. This is also GK question, you should know that. See, certain company designed as entire dress for a fashion show with 165 feet of blonde human hair. देखो ब्लॉन्ड ह्यूमन हेयर से भी बनाए वाले ड्रेसेस अवेलेबल है फैशन के लिए. सो दिस इज व्हाट? शीप विथ अ थिक कोट ऑफ हेयर. सो दिस इज डिजायर्ड. लुक एट दिस. वुल हैज सेवरल क्वालिटीज दैट डिस्टिंग्विश इट फ्रॉम हेयर और फर. देखो वुल हेयर और फर से थोड़े अलग क्वालिटी होते हैं, राइट. इट इज क्रम्प्ड, दैट इज टाइट कर्ली होते हैं, राइट. इट हैज़ अ डिफरेंट टेक्सचर. Different texture means it looks different. It is a elastic and grows in a staple, that is clusters. कैसे होते हैं? क्लस्टर में ग्रो होते हैं. सो दैट इज द reason what I was saying, that difference between fleece and hair, right? I hope you have understood this. Now we will go for the silk. हम आगे बढ़ेंगे, सिल्क की तरफ जाएंगे, राइट? एज यू नो दैट सिल्क इज ऑब्टेन फ्रॉम सिल्क वर्म. सिल्क इज ऑब्टेन फ्रॉम सिल्क वर्म. लुक एट दिस सिल्क वर्म. Silk worm. This silkworm is nothing but it is one kind of insect. See, this insect is able to give us silk. Then we have to grow them. The rearing, right? Rearing of silk is called sericulture. What it is called? It is called sericulture. What it is called? Sericulture. Now look at this. What is this? Silk fibers, right? Look at this. This is Bombyx mori, right? The adult moth male with each other. See, mate with each other. Silk fibers are derived from silkworm and are therefore called animal fibers. इनको भी क्या बोलेंगे हम? Animal fibers बोल सकते, right? Silk is produced by a moth, that is species. Silk किससे प्रोड्यूस होता है? Moth. It is one kind of species known as silk moth. As it is giving us silk, so it is called silk moth. What it is called? Silk moth. The scientific name of the silk producing moth is Bombyx mori. What it is? Bombyx mori, or you can say mori. Bombyx mori, it is a scientific name of silk moth which is giving us silk. सो इट इज़ वन ऑफ द मोस्ट ब्यूटिफुल मॉथ्स एवर फाउंड. सबसे बढ़िया और अच्छा मॉथ है अभी तक मिले वाला. देन द ब्रीडिंग एंड मैनेजमेंट ऑफ सिल्कवर्म फॉर प्रोडक्शन ऑफ सिल्क इज कॉल्ड सेरीकल्चर. सेरीकल्चर का मतलब क्या होता है? द ब्रीडिंग एंड मैनेजमेंट, यानी हम पर्पजली उसको क्या करते हैं? ब्रीड करते हैं, उसको मैनेज करते हैं फॉर प्रोडक्शन ऑफ सिल्क. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड सेरीकल्चर. नाउ लुक एट द डायग्राम विच आई एम शोइंग यू ऑन द स्क्रीन. सी हियर these eggs, and generally these are growing best on mulberry leaves. Where? Mulberry leaves. Here now we will understand that the life cycle of silk moth. What? Life cycle of silk moth. Look at this. The silk moth, after mating, laying eggs on the mulberry leaves. Then the female moth lays many tiny eggs. देखो, ये जो मलबरी लीव्स है उसके ऊपर बहुत छोटे छोटे टाइनी एग्स है. दिस टाइनी एग्स हैचेस एंड वन स्मॉल वर्म लाइक यंग वन कम्स आउट. व्हाट इज दिस यंग वन? दिस इज नथिंग बट caterpillar. What it is called? Caterpillar. This caterpillar eats lot of green leaves and become a bulky or swells, becomes fat, and after this it is producing saliva. With the help of that sticky saliva, it is nothing but enzyme. With the help of this sticky saliva, this silkworm is wrapping its own body in the digit of 8, this, and then converting it into pupa. This is pupal stage. Look at this here. I will show you. The caterpillar hatches out of its egg. It eats mulberry leaves and grows bigger in size. देखो कैसे big हो जाता है. Look at the difference between this and this. So cocoon, this is called cocoon. The caterpillar spins a cocoon of silk thread around itself. किसको? खुद को वो क्या करता है? रैप करता है with the help of its saliva. The caterpillar spins a cocoon of silk thread around itself. This stage is called pupa. See, inside the cocoon the caterpillar changes into pupa. देखो, इनसाइड द कोकून द कैटरपिलर, जो कैटरपिलर होता है वो किस में कन्वर्ट होता है? प्यूपल स्टेज, प्यूपा बोलेंगे उसको हम, है ना. सो दिस इज व्हाट लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ, this is life cycle of silk. Now I will describe it. You just pay attention toward the diagram. Okay, if you have textbook, you can open the textbook and see the life cycle simultaneously. The female faces. See, the female species of silk moth is shorter and stouter than the male counterpart, right? It attracts the male counterpart by secreting pheromones, that is special kind of fragrance. The female species of silk moth by egg lay eggs on leaves. After about 20 days eggs hatch into larvae. This is what larvae or larval stage. Larvae or larval stage. The hatched larvae are called silkworms or caterpillar. इनको ही हम क्या बोलेंगे, silkworms या caterpillars. The silkworm are continuously fed on finely chopped mulberry leaves for about 6 weeks. देखो 6 weeks means almost near about 2 months, right? 1.5 month. During this process they grow in size and their glands that produce silk develop and attain 1/3 the size of the larvae. देखो 1/3 साइज तक आ जाते हैं खा खा के larvae. at this stage silkworm is ready to enter द नेक्स्ट स्टेज. फिर वो नेक्स्ट स्टेज में एंटर होने के लिए रेडी हो जाते हैं. एंड दिस स्टेज इज कॉल्ड प्यूपा. दिस स्टेज इज कॉल्ड pupa. Pupa holds itself weaving a net around its body by swinging its head from side to side in the form of digit 8. 8 के जैसा वो खुद को क्या करता है, रैप करता है सलाइवा से. while swinging the lead in this manner the silkworm secretes a wet sticky substance. This substance is made up of protein which hardens on exposure. देखो ये जो substance है वो किससे बने वाला है, प्रोटीन है. it is nothing but protein and when it comes in the contact with the air it becomes hard. आपको मालूम है कोकोनट का जो आउटर पार्ट होता है दैट इज ऑल्सो वन टाइप ऑफ प्रोटीन ओनली. देखो और मैंगो का, एप्पल का होता है दैट इज ऑल्सो प्रोटीन. लेकिन दोनों प्रोटीन में कितना फर्क है. वन प्रोटीन इज वेरी हार्डेस्ट. कोकोनट हम हाथ से ब्रेक नहीं कर सकते. ऐसा ही दिस एंजाइम इज देयर. दिस एंजाइम व्हेन कम्स इन द कॉन्टैक्ट विद द एयर इट हार्डन्स ऑन एक्सपोजर टू एयर एंड बिकम सिल्क फाइबर. और क्या हो जाता है, सिल्क फाइबर हो जाता है. Soon the silk worm is completely covered by silk fiber. This covering is known as cocoon. A cocoon is spun by using two long continuous fiber. From two glands. Finally, the two ends of the fibers are joined by using a sticky substance that is sericin. What it is? Sericin. The silkworm continues to develop inside the cocoon. Once the cocoons are spun, the pupae turn into adult moth. प्यूपी किस में कन्वर्ट हो जाती, एडल्ट मॉथ में कन्वर्ट हो जाती है. एंड सी after the complete development of silkworm the cocoons are gathered and kept under the sun or boiled water. अभी ये जो कोकून होते हैं कंप्लीट डेवलपमेंट होने के बाद उनको सनलाइट में, राइट, दे आर ड्राइड अंडर द सनलाइट और बॉइल्ड वाटर, जो बॉइल्ड वाटर होता है उसके अंदर एक्सपोज करते हैं टू स्टीम. देखो उसको गर्म पानी में डालते हैं. बॉइलिंग रिलीज द सिल्क फाइबर फ्रॉम कोकून. सो व्हाई डज बॉइलिंग इज डन. बॉइलिंग से क्या होता है कि सिल्क फाइबर जो होते हैं कोकून को राउंड रैप हुए वाले, दे स्टार्ट रीलिंग, यानी क्या बोलेंगे उसको हम, दे स्टार्ट रिमूविंग. व्हाट दे कैन से, रिमूविंग द सिल्क फाइबर्स फ्रॉम मेनी कोकून्स आर ब्रॉट टुगेदर टू फॉर्म अ सिंगल सिल्कन थ्रेड. दिस प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड रीलिंग ऑफ सिल्क. फिर उसको सिंगल थ्रेड में निकाल के कलेक्ट करते हैं, राउंड करते हैं, राइट. एंड दिस प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड रीलिंग ऑफ सिल्क. what it is called, reeling of silk. Reeling is done in a special machine. इसके लिए स्पेशल मशीन होती है which is unwind the fibers of silk from the cocoon. कोकून से वो unwind करती है, right. So there are different types of silk available, right. These silks are what silk actually called the queen of fibers. The silk is called queen of fiber. Look at the structure. This is very shiny, very strong, and as a result it is very costly also. Silk is the queen of fibers. It is used for making saris, dress materials, jackets, carpets, etc. Right? So different types of silk are available. They are creepy, chanderi, organza, mulberry, eri, tassar, muga, and kosa. They are different kinds of silk available nowadays. I will repeat again: creepy, then chanderi, organza, mulberry, eri, tassar, muga, and kosa. They are a few varieties of silk, right? So these are what lesson number. These are the important points of our lesson number 3, fibers to fabric. I hope you have understood this everything. Even though if you do not understand anything, you can call me to clear your doubt. I am always ready to clear your doubt. Okay, so you have to go through this. You have to go through this, whatever the notes I have provided on our school's website. Okay, so lesson number 3, fibers to fabric. In that, what we have learned that how a wool is obtained from sheep can be converted into sweater and shawls. The different breeds of wool, we have learned that name of different breeds like Bakarwal is there, Lohi is there, Marwari, Nali, Patanwadi, Rampur Busher, and their wools are very fine. They are used according to their quality. Some are used for woven these woolen shawls, for sweaters, for coarse wool, then carpet wool, for hosiery and other things. So what are the processes are also involved in that process, that is what shearing is there, then scoring is there, then sorting is there, then dyeing is there, carding is there, right? So these are the steps involved. Then again, some important definitions also I will tell you. You should note it down in your notebook. First of all, reeling of silk. The process of taking out thread from the cocoon for use as silk is called reeling of the silk. Then cocoon. Cocoon is nothing but during its life cycle, silkworm completely covers itself by silk fiber. This process is called, and this covering is called cocoon. Then fleece. What is fleece? Fleece are nothing but hair on the body of sheep, right? Fleece is the source of wool. Then scoring. This sheared skin with hair is thoroughly washed in tanks to remove grease, dust and dirt. This is called scoring. This is called scoring. Then again, shearing. The fleece of the hair, a fleece or the hair along with the thin layer of skin is removed from its body. This process is called shearing. Then silk moth. The silk moth develops from caterpillar inside the cocoon. Silkworm is there. The silkworm is hatched out from the eggs of the silk moth. And sorting, separation of fiber of different texture is called sorting. So dear students, you revise this lesson, go through the notes which I have provided, and write down the simple question and answers which are given on our school's website, and attempt all the exams whenever our school is conducting. Okay, so thank you.